It almost seems like you guys cracked open Chrome, started picking out pieces that you guys thought were really useful, and then went to the back room and pulled out some more things that were a little bit kind of maybe put on the shelf and dusted them off and put it together. It's
Yeah, exactly. Like suddenly things
yeah,
changed, context changed. Suddenly, a few of the great ideas that we had lying around, like a virtual machine for Dart, just fit right in. Okay, let's do it. So that was great. Yeah, I guess the downside in all this, right? I really loved working on Dartino embedded devices and all that stuff. And like with this focus on Flutter, that just like didn't really feel like a natural thing to spend all our time on. But the notion of improving like code for devices for embedded systems was still like a big thing for me, and for Lars as well. Right? We started doing that at Sun Microsystems on small cell phones, and spent some years at our own startup doing this as well. And somehow I don't think we ever felt like we reached the right state with that. We didn't really like hit it to the get to the finish line with really improving how people develop for like small like chips like these, right? Where you have like $2 microcontrollers that are probably like significantly faster than the first desktop machine that I used, right? It's kind of crazy what you can get your hands on today. So actually, after working on Flutter and Dart and working for Google for more than a decade, we actually decided that in sort of early 18 that we would escape from the chocolate factory and start something new in, I guess no surprise, in the language developer tooling space. But again, you could say centered around the idea of improving how people develop high quality functionality software for devices. So that's actually what I'm doing today. So my goal is super simple now. I have this entire roll of CPUs here, and I mean if you wonder why there's a CPU shortage, like a chip shortage right now, I'm probably to blame. I have them all here in my office. So if you need some, let me know. No, I really love these chips you can get your hands on, right? You can get them, they're cheap and they're really powerful. So the biggest problem that I see and what Lars and I saw when we started our new company, Toit, in early 18, was really this need for making high level developers, people that know how to build web apps and work with like Python and server side setting, comfortable developing functionality for like the IoT, for the Internet of Things, for devices. And so we actually been working for the last like well over 3 years on this project of making it possible for you to write high level code for a device that on a small microcontroller actually gives you like process isolation, just like Chrome tabs are isolated from each other. It gives you a way to run functionality code separated from each other through our virtual machine abstraction that runs on the device, and gives you a fantastic way of developing these small applications that can be installed, uninstalled, work with, even when the device has been deployed, is out in production, right? So we have customers that have small embedded devices that are sitting in the middle of the North Sea that are then serviced over a cellular connection. And because of the platform that we put on these, like the language and the virtual machine, and we call the language Toit as well, because of that, it's now possible to actually service these devices and upgrade them and keep them running like over the years. So in some ways, the idea of improving what you can do on small devices just never escaped us. And after being like in an American company for a few decades, it felt like it was time to try the startup scene again. So we're super excited about what we've managed to build there with a team of like Googlers and folks from Uber.